has an A and a B game in his deck. He can either be a mid-range Naya deck, where he just like plays creatures and burn spells and value spells and just grinds you out and kills you. And he has a B plan in his deck where he's like, I just assemble these two creatures. Usually it's Restoration Angel and Kiki Jiki. And that says, I'm going to make unlimited copies of this Restoration Angel. I win the game. So his A game is fair. His B game is, if I assemble these two cards, I win. And he has things like Chord of Calling and Eldritch Evolution to assemble those two creatures on the board. Tim's deck is 100% unfair. He cannot actually win playing a fair game. The only way he can win is using Goryo's Vengeance, reanimating an Emrakul, a Grishoalbrand, or an Emrakul out of his graveyard, or using Through the Breach to cheat one out from his hand.
We start with the Temple Garden. That is Darkslick Shores on Tim's side with a Serum Visions. He's going to draw a card and then scry 2. He's thinking about what he's going to do. He's thinking, do I want this or do I want to bottom this? He tops one and then makes sense to bottom the other.
I think Tim wants to bottom them both because he's a pretty big power bottom.
Yep. Alright, so...
No, we are not in a different room. We are in the same...
Well, we are in a different room from
the
match that's being played.
What are we, amateurs?
Yeah, they're...
We would not be commentating in the same room they are in.
Yeah, they are currently in our living room, while we are in the dying room.
In the dying room.
Yeah, this is where we die.
And I did notice it weird that you barred up the window with cement and rebar.
I've been reading a lot of Edgar Allan Poe lately.
It's a damned heart!
The Cask of Amontillado.
So Tim cracks a fetch line, he's probably going to go to 17 probably.
Yeah, we'll put him down to 19 just because the trigger will resolve when he puts the land into play.
He didn't. So depending on...
No affinity tonight, Blue Sapphire. Our affinity player is deciding to become a vampire instead.
They're having a hard time hearing the one in blue.
The one in blues are just me. All right, I will bump my volume up.
So...
That's also, Patrick is a lot louder than me.
I'm an actor, I'm sorry. I've seen it happen. I think he has to have a god hand, but from here on in, like, it's possible for Tim to untap and just win. Like, he can do it with 2 land in play. It's possible with the right hand. So every turn henceforth going forward, Bryn is kind of like on borrowed time.
Yeah. We've seen the god hand happen. He has one on turn 2 on stream before.
Mm-hmm. It involves Simian Spirit Guides, which is a Planar Chaos red card. It was a common. It's a 2/2 for 2 and a red. It's an ape, and it has an ability you can exile it from your hand. If you do, you add 1 red mana to your mana pool, which is something they'd never print now. But it's good for cheating out really fast, explosive combo hands.
We got a Stomping Grounds over there on Bryn's side. Yeah, this is a... Bryn said this is a bad matchup for his deck, so... Yeah,
I don't know what kind of hate he has for it. Like, he really can't interact with the Through the Breach. Like, I assume he plays cards like, he has Scavenging Ooze in his sideboard, at least?
I don't know.
I imagine he has 1 in the main deck, just because...
You can find all our modern decks there. I'm going to also just use those as a chance. See Noble Hierarch over on Bryn's side.
Does he have... I would imagine he has 1 Scavenging Ooze.
He has 1 Scavenging Ooze and then 1 sideboard.
So he can at least shut down the Goryo's Vengeance aspect of the combo, but unless... He can't interact with the... he's generated 3 mana, exiled the Simian Spirit Guide to generate mana, and then mana flared. No, so that's... is that 4 mana? I think he has.
Yeah, he has 4.
Yeah. That's 5, and he's going to go Through the Breach. And then he's going to dump something giant on the board.
Yeah.
The door just moved, Justin.
Yeah, that was kind of nightmarish.
There's a murderer. So you're just going to see a giant monster come out of Tim's hand now. It's either going to be a Grishoalbrand or an Emrakul.
Yeah.
It's a Worldspine Worm.
That was not the route we saw that going, but I mean...
So it's a 15/15 Trampler. But Bryn had the exact answer. The worm has a trigger. When it dies, you get 3 5/5 trampling worms.
Because it literally just bursts into smaller worms.
But because Bryn path to exile it, it goes to exile instead of the graveyard, so Tim does not get those triggers.
Yeah.
So that was like the ideal card in Bryn's hand to answer that situation.
I feel like Bryn knows Grishoalbrand enough that he needs stuff like that.
Yeah, if he that was the worst possible thing to breach that Tim could have had.
Yeah.
Like if he had Grizzlebrand, he would have just activated Grizzlebrand multiple times to draw 14, 21 cards,
Yeah.
and then just gone off. If he had Emrakul, he would just sort of swung in. She can't be Path because she has protection from colored spells, and then would have annihilated 6'd him and left him with no board. So Bryn's on 5 mana here, including the Noble Hierarch. He's gonna cast. Is he just gonna catch a Kitchen Finks? No, Eternal Witness. Oh, he's getting back his Path.
That's
that is
really
very
good. That's really good.
Yep. And then he's gonna beat him for 1.
So he's down to 17. Another thing is, I want a Mirror Spirit Guide. We also need
OP.
an Avian Spirit Guide. I just need Guide for my Spirit.
Oh, my Vampire Spirit Guide.
Got a Faithless Looting.
He's flashing it back, so it costs 3. He's a little short on cards now. He tried to go out there and he expended a Seeming Spirit Guide and a
Arcane Ritual or whatever it's called.
Desperate Ritual, I think.
Yeah.
And so that ate up a lot of cards in his hand for Bryn to just 3-for-1 him.
Another important thing for Bryn is to get Tim below 14 life.
So he can't double activate.
As long as he gets Bryn to Tim to 14, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as he's above 14, there's 2 Grizzlebrand activations there.
Yeah. It's not irrelevant. Like they might.
Well, you can actually get them this turn, right? Because Eternal Witness is what, a 2/3?
Eternal Witness is a 2/1, I believe.
2/1. Just adding numbers on the ball and the creatures. That's what I do. Because I'm the color commentator. I'm here for the jokes.
Well, if he attacks with the Eternal Witness,
it'll take him to 14.
Yeah,
which is exactly where he needs them to be.
Because of the Exalted trigger on the Noble Hierarch. The thing that they want to do when they activate their Grizzlebrand when they're going off is they're looking for Nourishing Shoal and some other large creature to exile onto the Nourishing Shoal. Nourishing Shoal says instead of paying the mana cost, you may exile a creature card from your hand. You gain life equal to its toughness or power, and usually it's like you gain 15 or you gain 12 or whatever, depending on whatever.
And I do see a Nourishing Shoal in Tim's hand right now. Not a Nourishing Shoal. The one that Goryo's Vengeance.
I have to be the guy who says, that's not wrong because they printed this card called Ensoul Artifact that in fact gives artifacts a soul.
A soul.
Yeah, so you are wrong. They do have souls when you ensoul them.
We see a Pia and Kieran.
Dead parents.
Yeah.
Or
dead
all
parent.
Of it. Dead parent.
Now it is confirmed that Pia is still alive. Coming in for 3, put him down to 14. That's right where he needed him to be.
I'm assuming that Travis is drawing the 2 Thopter tokens right now for Bryn, because Pia and Kieran, when they enter the battlefield, they get 2 1/1 flying Thopter tokens.
I'm excited to see what the Thopters look like.
They'll probably have very angry faces.
No, that one's cool.
That one looks like a kite that's going very fast.
Yeah. It says Thop on it. It could be an Eldrazi Spirit Guide that produces colorless. That would be sick.
Where's the other Thopter?
Oh, it's coming. He's taking his time. Travis is not going to half-ass a Thopter drawing.
That one looks like a fat peanut.
That's a bong with wings.
It looks like a peanut.
Yeah. It looks like Bryn is going down to 17.
Is the EOT just cracking a fetch land?
Yeah, it looks like it. That Wooded Foothills. Travis said, I think it's funny that Pia only makes 1 Thopter. That's also funny.
But she also has all the power and toughness of the couple. Because Pia is a 2/2 as well.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that Kieran didn't add anything to the equation except a robot.
Yeah, which I think is better.
What's this emoticon? I don't get it.
That's Kappa.
Who's Kappa?
Kappa's just the Twitch. It's like, you say like, man, I love your shirt, Kappa. I don't actually love your shirt. Oh, I like your shirt. It's a gray shirt, and I like gray shirts, so.
You are Grayman.
Things are looking good on Bryn's side of the board.
Yeah, he's going to crack in for 1/2. You know what would be a very important line of play, I'd say right now for Bryn? Is to leave 1 Thopter back. And I'll tell you why. Because it's not inconceivable that Tim will Through the Breach or Goryo's Vengeance or something next turn, right? If Bryn blocks... Let's see Tim reanimates a Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
He blocks with the Thopter before damage, sacrifice, no damage is dealt. Tim does not have any life resource to start looping and activating Grishoalbrand and dig himself out of this hole.
He still also has
The path.
the path.
But Tim can activate the Grishoalbrand in response to the path.
Yes. Goryo's Vengeance?
And that's what's going to happen here.
No, he has a Borborygmos.
Karn is not an art. Well, Karn is now is card type Planeswalker,
He was once an artifact, but now he literally has. I guess they call it a spark.
which is kind of magic parlance for a soul.
Yeah, but
A super soul.
it's a super soul.
A mega soul.
It's a super soaker.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Another 6 again, putting it down to 2.
And then what does he have in his hand?
That's a Selfless Spirit, and it looks like he has some land. I think he still has an Evo Chord.
Oh, he's just going to shoot him in the face.
Yeah, shoot him in the face.
But Tim is going to Nourishing Shoal and then scoop it up.
Well, and then in response to the Nourishing Shoal, he shot the other Thopter at him.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like what happened. Karn is Venser's soul. It's true.
It's true. Spoiler alert, Venser is dead. Because he was a master of teleportation.
Zap!
He teleported his soul, his spark, into Karn. So what does Bryn have in his sideboard to interact with this totally degenerate strategy? Does he have any, like, hollowed moonlights?
Let's see what he has. So he has 1 Eidolon of Rhetoric, 2 Engineered Explosives, 2 Fulminator Mage, 1 Kataki War's Wage, 2 Lightning Helix, 1 Malira, 1 Obstinate Baloth, 1 Path, 1 Quasali Pride Mage, 1 Rexage, 1 Scavenging Ooze, and 1 Thragtusk.
So you bring in the Scavenging Ooze and the other Path to Exile for sure.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really have any graveyard interaction too much.
No.
He brings in the Eidolon for sure, because Tim often has to cast multiple spells to Through the Breach or whatever. Yeah. So that gives him it's not a perfect answer, but anything's better than nothing at this point.
Exactly.
What is that? Oh, Dredge. I was like, why is there another blood gas thing?
I'll have to look for this.
What are we looking for Super Cancer?
There we go.
There we go.
Whoops!
Delete this deck list. And what does Tim got?
Boseiju, Who Shelters All, Dispel, 2 Echoing Truths, 2 Inquisitions of Kozilek, 2 Pacts of Negations, 2 Painful Truths, 2 Pyroclasms, 1 Shatterstorm, and 2 Sudden Shocks. I imagine he'll bring in the...
So Bryn's taking out his Elish Norn. Yeah, Bryn is bringing in the exact cards we said, and he's taking out a Spellskite, an Elish Norn, and a Voice of Resurgence.
Seems great.
Tim, as far as I can tell, he's taking out his Night Whispers, 1 Night Whispers, Goryo's Vengeances, and is it Charm? He's bringing in an Inquisition of Kozilek and some other stuff that he wouldn't show with his meat hands. What do I think he'd bring in? He's not going to bring in the Boseiju because Bryn's not countering anything. Possibly...
He brought in a red, so I think the only red card in his... So it says these guys, Shatterstorm, Pyroclasm, and Sudden Shock. I'm actually bringing in Pyroclasm.
Yeah, because he needs to slow Bryn down so that he has a chance to assemble his combo and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my guess.
Andrew, how's it going? All right, so Bryn's taking Tim is taking the play because Bryn won. So let's see how this game goes. My money is on we all win. And we go and get some frosty milkshakes.
Frosty chocolate milkshake.
Last night I went to Denny's and got
No, you didn't.
pancakes with ice cream on them.
Justin.
It was delicious.
Was they pumpkin spice?
No, it was Shrewsbury.
Whoever heard of a Shrewsbury?
What's the
You grabbed me by the face. We are the dream makers. Whoever heard of a Shrewsbury?
I want to turn you blue and roll you out of the room.
That's a fucking nightmare. What was that? There was a terrible monster sound outside the window. It sounded like
just a car driving by.
I thought it was an angry bird.
It looks like he has a pretty god-awful hand on Tim's side.
He's got like a ritual, a Through the Breach, 2 Through the Breaches.
He's keeping it, so it shows what I know.
God awful hand, insta keep,
Yeah, just
snap keep.
snap it, put it in a box, send it to your mom.
Don't talk about Mrs. Maloney.
I will say who I want to say.
That shit is great. We white chicks love it.
Yeah, Brendan's going to throw his away because he basically has 3 lands, I think. Pia and Kieran, and I also saw an Evo, Eldritch Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
But it just does nothing. It does nothing against Tim's deck, it looks like. Which means, and this is the kind of match where you need to do something, or else...
You have to be proactive.
That's it. You're sent to the...
Well, Bryn has to be applying the pressure. He can't be reacting.
Yeah.
He has to kill him before he can kill him. That makes sense, right? Oh my yes.
All right. Let's see if Bryn has a nicer 6.
Incredibly wealthy. Down with pumpkin spice. You, sir, are a monster. Courser of Crufix. Oh god. He's got a 1-lander, but it does have a path to exile. He's keeping and scrying. If it's a land, he's going to keep it on top, I'd imagine.
Or if it's a Emrakul, he'll be like, this doesn't
Oh, this-
belong here, but let's give it a shot.
What's this doing in my deck? I'm not going to ask too many questions.
Don't get Starbucks spice pumpkin spice latte that's real pumpkin in it and tastes like squash.
You know, saying that it has pumpkin, actual pumpkin in it isn't a really compelling argument of why you shouldn't get it. Like, if I was drinking something called a pumpkin spice and it had 0 pumpkin, I'd be concerned. That's the more distressing.
Well, there was your pumpkin spice Oreos that probably had no pumpkin in them.
Man,
they were delicious.
great.
You probably gorged that bag. Didn't
Oh, I
you?
ate a tray a day.
Good.
For sure.
That's how you live. Tray a day.
A tray a day. Hashtag. That's the motto. We say tray a day.
Yeah.
Man, this card's really good.
Yeah, Collective Brutality.
Good card.
Good card.
Spoiler alert, what's coming tonight with vampires?
Black Red Vampires. I'm excited.
I hear they suck.
We have a Faithful Zodian over on Tim's side. He's discarding some cards behind my big head. One through the breach, and I can't see the other one. It looks...
Move your head.
We can see Widow Foothills. Bryn?
Bring. He's not going to crash that because he needs to... Oh, he already did draw it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Andrew. Girls are expensive. You should get rid of her.
I prefer Reese's Peanut Butter Oreos. Reese's Peanut Butter Oreos sound
That
fucking-
sounds amazing. I've never
sounds
seen those in my
baller.
life.
Yeah, we probably don't have those up here in Canada.
Oh, God. We're an Arctic
We are
wasteland.
cursed, yep.
Yep.
It's cold today. Winter's coming. Mr. Jacob Bentley, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate it. Welcome to the goddamn table, and here's your flex for follows.
You're in luck because it was arm day today at the gym.
You're in good arms.
Yeah. Wouldn't you like to be held tight in my big strong arms?
Me?
Like chat.
Yes, not me. no.
Okay. I know. You've got your girlfriend with her big strong arms.
Yes, she reaches all the way across Canada and hugs me with them. It's a nightmare. They're just creeping through my window.
You just hear them scraping at the latch.
Let me in. Let me in.
Why do they talk?
That's the nightmare. That's probably the scariest part.
Does she grow a creepy little mouth out of her hand?
Yeah. We see a bop.
You always kill the bird. So Tim was smart. He is a charmer. Right there we go. You always kill the bird. But also for double purposes, it gives Bryn something that he can Eldritch Evolution and upgrade it into a 3-drop.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryn's very smart keeping that. I think playing, like, he could have played the Corsair there, but that was obviously the incorrect choice because, you know,
Courser doesn't
do anything.
Do
and
anything
he needs
right
that
now.
path up.
Courser is a mid-range attrition card. And yeah.
Well, thank you for coming from Reddit. We got a wall of roots over on Bryn's side. We play board games 3 nights a week, but Sunday night is Magic night.
Typically modern. Sometimes we do
Typically
cube.
modern.
Tim is cracking his Pluto Delta EOT. Or no, is this Tim's turn? Yeah, it is.
It's
Tim's missed land drop or 2 though, hey?
yes, he has. Because this is his turn 5 coming up.
And Bryn kept a 1-lander with a scry on top, and he said every land drop after, so that's pretty good.
He has that Travis luck.
He had that Travis
Yeah.
mulligan.
And Blue Sapphire, thanks for pinning the thread on the board game subreddit. That's super cool of you. Right.
Look at those scary teeth on Bryn's shirt.
I know.
It looks like an upside-down gorilla face.
Dicks out for Harambe.
You know, I think Harambe should have a look at Hillary Clinton's medical record.
Through the breach.
Breaching out what? A Grishoalbrand.
Okay, so
So
he's gonna path it.
he's going to activate it once, pay 7 life, go to 9 life, and get to draw 7 cards. Pay 7 life, go to 9. Draw.
Yeah.
So Tim can still go off here. What he can do is he can find a Nourishing Shoal and a large creature, exile those, and gain X amount of life. Then let it resolve, then continue activating the Grishoalbrand while the path to exile is still, he's gone to 2. Bryn is saying he's going to Hornet Sting Tim while he's at 2 life.
Just 2 gut shots.
2 gut shots. So here he found a Nourishing Shoal, and he's exiling probably a, what's that worm? The mythic worm from Return to
World
Ravnica.
Spine Worm.
He's going to gain 15, and then activate again, draw
He goes to
another 7.
6. He needs to find something here.
He needs to find something in this one. It has to either be another Nourishing Shoal and another large creature to continue the loop.
You know, I think I know why Tim plays this deck, because he has hands capable of holding, like...
His whole deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most players can't.
I could
Like, we've
never.
got small baby hands.
I have tiny little baby hands.
Like doll hands.
Just...
So has Tim assembled anything in his... He just drew like 21 cards. Has he assembled anything that gets him out of this?
Ooh.
So he whiffed, eh? That's pretty rough. But the good news is, you know...
I smell a whiff.
He just drew 21 cards. So when he goes to discard, he's going to have the best sculpted 7 to try again next turn.
Yeah.
If he's not, I find it highly unlikely that
Bryn can do a 7 when all he has is a Wall of Roots in play.
Yeah, Wall of Roots isn't good for attacking. And I don't see that he would be able to assemble some sort of combo win from this position. He'd need multiple creatures on the board to Eldritch Evolution and so forth. So
Yeah,
Tim's
looks
going to
like
do...
he's once again getting...
Oh, Jesus. He's discarding a Borborygmos and a Faithless Looting, and now he's going to go off again. Manamorphose.
Bryn's just like, I wish I had that. I have a lot of rhetoric right now.
Draw a card. Goryo's Vengeance.
Return Borborygmos, throw
A million
fuck ton
lands.
of lands at him.
3 damage.
3. 13.
9.
10.
Or 10, yeah. 7.
7.
4.
Man, can you imagine if he stopped at
1.
Dead Bryn.
Dead Bryn.
He's responding with death.
You smelt a whiff. But Super Cancer always finds a way.
It's true.
And that's why Adelan of Rhetoric, while it's not a perfect answer, in this situation it would have saved Bryn.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes he just needs to cast it through the breach and that doesn't do anything, and sometimes he needs to do a little bit of
Song
fancy
and dance,
work.
yeah.
He needs to do a
bit of
little
footwork.
Kick off your heels, kick off your split, now is the time you have to sprint.
Hey, Luke, how the heck's it going?
Hey, Luke!
By the way, thank you guys all who came out to join us. If you aren't following, consider pressing that follow button, because for this match only, you get flexes for follows.
Is this the only time I'm commentating tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You could get Bryn to flex. I hear the ladies like Bryn. Or, you know, that would require too much effort of his sloth, like...
Yeah, Bryn would, he'd
Physique.
just be like,
Like,
no.
can't I just not move?
What about a creature that only players to 1 card draw a turn?
That would be like Spirit of the Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hate bear. It's a 1 and a white for a 2/2 from Enchantment Creature.
The thing
Spirit?
that's nice about Eidolon of Rhetoric is that it's a 1/4, so it dodges the...
But it dies to stoke the flames. Which,
Everything dies to Stoke the
which
Flames.
also kills Thought-Knot Seer. Just
Yeah.
think about it, folks. Stoke the Flames kills Thought-Knot.
I don't get what I'm supposed to think about there. When you say think about it, folks.
Think about it.
Okay.
Are you thinking about it?
Yes.
Like, I
Checkmate.
check and mate. Tim's bringing in a sudden shock. And
He
something
probably
else.
took out, I think it's probably the Inquisitions.
He took out 2 Inquisitions to bring
Yeah.
in a sudden shock, and I think Pact of Negation.
Yeah.
Just to keep Bryn from interacting with him on the turn that he's trying to go off.
Yeah.
Because he's planning on just going all in and not paying the trigger.
And Inquisitions get a lot worse when
You're on the draw.
especially in a deck like Grishoalbrand.
Yeah. Yeah, so Spirit of the Labyrinth would. For this matchup, like when I'm playing Affinity, usually my method or my go-to is to just run out a Pithing Needle and name Grishoalbrand. Because they like Borborygmos is also a card in the combo, but they need the Grishoalbrand to draw the lands to throw at your face.
Yeah.
So Grishoalbrand is the primary target.
I think Bryn's gonna keep this. Oh, Bryn's gonna keep this. We have 2 Eldritch Evolutions. We have
Lands.
We have lands, we have a path, and we have a Voice of Resurgence.
That's good.
So we're probably going to see a turn 3 Voice, a turn 4 Eldritch Evolution.
A turn 2 voice.
He's probably going to keep Path up the whole time. Right, the Path Exile.
Oh no, I think you could risk it on the play turn 2. And Tim's on a mulligan.
Yeah.
You know, that's great, Andrew. I identify with every gay person ever.
I am not gay, but living with a gay man for 2 years has been revolutionary.
Really?
No, you're like everyone else.
But louder.
Louder, and I mean, ultimately, you're just here to rot. Just like me.
I'm here to rot?
Yeah, that's our end purpose. We're going to just feed our bodies to the earth that gave birth unto us.
I buried a squirrel last week.
That's nice.
It had like some sort of like falcon or some sort of large
Picked
bird.
it up and dropped it on a rock.
And then it ripped off its arm and pulled its insides out from the armhole. And
that sounds so cool.
And I looked at the squirrel and I said, "Man, I'm jealous of that guy."
Yeah.
And then I took my trowel and I went to a little park and I dug a hole and I put my squirrel friend in and then said, "Alas, poor Yorick, we hardly knew ye."
Yeah. You named him Yorick?
Yeah.
After Hamlet?
Don't push your politics on me. So Tim's got a world spine worm. some other things. Grishoalbrand. I don't know. I think he's got a Serum Visions, so that's probably why you keep that.
He doesn't.
No? Oh. Because Serum Visions is a fairly good card for evening out those mulligan hands. Mm-hmm. He also could have had Faithless Looting would have also been a very good card to help you recover from that mulligan.
Yeah. So your next match is vampires against the Roulette Spaghetti, as Travis called the deck.
Oh, he's playing.
Your goal is to get him to 15 life.
Okay.
As soon as possible, and then let him die to an Emrakul flip.
Oh, we're calling it Roulette Spaghetti.
Yeah. That's what he calls it online.
All right. So just keep him at a comfortable.
Sorry, Spaghetti Roulette is what he called it.
I'm like that commander in Return of the Jedi. We're not going to attack. No, the Emperor says we only have to keep them here. That's me. Just keep him at 15. Yeah. So Bryn's gonna probably cast a voice here.
Yeah, you were correct.
You need to put pressure on. Mm-hmm. You can't just.
But watch, Bryn's gonna lose this turn, and it's just gonna be
you gotta risk it.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
If you ain't needing that biscuit, you ain't living the world of flavor. He's gonna take 2 off that, I imagine.
Yeah, because he needs to keep he needs a white source for his Path to Exile. Hey, it's Voice of Resurgence. Really good card. Yeah. I would say broken.
It's gonna be in the next Modern Masters.
Probably.
Yeah. You know, I just like it because it's something new and exciting. Ooh. It looks like Tim missed a land.
Ooh. See, this is where you get your sick Voice of Resurgence beats.
I hope that Ben is that like vampires are real, bro. Not talking about the like deck, just in real life.
Just IRL. Ben's really fucking afraid of vampires.
He's Bryn's also capitalizing on this. We're gonna Eldritch Evolution. We're gonna see an elemental token. He's gonna search for a 4 or less converted mana cost to bring it in. This is the first time we've seen.
He might get a PN Kieran because that'll make his elemental a 4/4.
Yes, which is very good against a deck that vampires are really IRL. Yeah, hell yeah.
Tim is under the pretense that he's doing some sort of nonsense of interacting. I don't know what he could possibly do. The sacrifice is part of the casting cost of the Eldritch Evolution. Yeah. So he can't like bolt in response and say like, "Haha, got you."
If someone asks if they can come into your house, do not invite them in.
I had to explain that to so many people. Like,
well, because they're vampires.
Well, but they don't. People that's not in the collective unconsciousness of pop culture. People don't know that vampires aren't allowed in your house unless you invite them.
Yeah, and they can't cross rushing water.
Yeah.
And they're usually very attractive.
And they love pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Tim or Travis is very busy drawing in an elemental token.
Yeah.
So Bryn got out of this. He got 4 bodies and 8 power.
Yeah.
From 1 Voice of Resurgence and an Eldritch Evolution.
Oh man, it's breathing fire.
It's a goat, and it's got fire.
Oh man, Tim's just done.
Did he just discard to hand size?
Yeah.
Yep, he's dead. Bryn cracks in for 8 here, and he's got a Chord in hand. He can't go in. He needs a Resto Angel and a Kiki Jiki to do that. I think those are his only two. Oh, he also has a Malira and like does he have Murderous Redcap or Kitchen Finks combo? No.
I don't think he does.
He doesn't play those parts of it?
No. He goes to 10.
He's kind of almost...
Well, he has Kitchen Finks, but he doesn't have Murderous Redcap.
Okay, so he can gain infinite life.
Yeah, he's doing so many things that we're going to Eldritch Evolution on Dead Parents.
He's going to find a 6-drop. He might just find the Eidolon of Rhetoric, just to... That just kills Tim. Rurikthar is from Dragon's Maze. It's a Gruul legendary. It's a 6/6 with Vigilance and Reach. It says whenever an opponent, whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, it deals 6 damage to that player. So Tim actually just can't cast spells. Rip only Paw.
John, I think I started with ball. I sent you a message to Twitch the other day, and I was just wondering. We have not seen it yet. We've had kind of a flurry of stuff, but I'll check it after this stream.
So the only way Tim can live is if he finds a way to deal with Rurikthar, and then...
So is this game like Hearthstone?
That's blasphemy.
You know, I love Hearthstone. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone lately. Look at this gross ingrown hair on my arm.
Which one?
My heart.
Got there!
My heart.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, the token doodles are pretty awesome.
You know, it makes up for the lack of color commentary from the table. Usually when people attack with Thopters, it's usually like buzz buzz.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, I'm going to 18 you a question. Or whatever they do.
He's going to take 6, gain 11, so he's going to gain 5 and go to 14.
That's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Was that end of turn? Yeah.
No, that was just par for the course. Serum Vision's going to take 6 and go to 8.
Oh
Tim says he knows he's dead.
God.
But he's just, you know...
What if he assembled... That would be so frustrating if he just assembled the win here.
Could he cast it without killing himself?
He only needs to cast through the breach.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, he would go to 2. Oh, God. Don't you dare.
Sunshot. Takes 6, kills a Thopter.
Scoops it up.
Yeah. Now, at least I love it when people go out with, like, you know...
On their own terms.
A bit of humor, right? Alright, so Bryn's taking that one. That was a very unlucky 6 into...
Rurikthar is pretty good at hosing the spells deck, though.
It's true.
Wow. That was a thing.
That was a thing. So, Patrick is next. We're going to see vampires against the Spaghetti Roulette.
But not if you're trying to look at them in a mirror.
It's true.
All right,
you get out there.
Wish me luck.
Thank you. No, I'm excited to see your deck in action.
Me too.
You are on board game side.
I am board game. I'm Boardman. Man, everyone watch Boardman?
Yeah.
Spaghetti roulette, you're gonna get finished.
How's everybody doing tonight? Are you guys playing with current cards or just whatever we have lying about? We are playing Modern tonight, Jobin. Or Jobin, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. But they all, these guys all like playing Modern except for Bryn. He just plays whatever he can get. And they're just a big fan of it. So that's what we're playing tonight. Whoosh, transition. So we're seeing Patrick playing Black-Red Vampires going up against Mardu Control. And I see Tim's coming in to join me for commentary. Do you mind closing that door, Tim?
No, not at all. Nice and cool in here, I like it.
Yeah. It's the fan in the open window. It's good. Yeah. More Star Wipe transitions. I wish we get Star Wipes in here.
Ooh.
Blue.